Now that I'm officially done with my winter semester, I've noticed that I've had a lot more time on my hands, and I've been spending most of it on social media, and to be honest, it kind of makes me sick. The thing is, like, social media is great and all, and I'm not saying that it's bad. However, I just feel like I could be doing more with my time, and I feel like I could be allocating it in more effective and efficient ways. So that is what we're going to be doing today. So I was sitting down and I was thinking of some non-negotiables that I wanted to include in my routine, and some of the pillars that I also wanted to include as well. And these were some of the things that I came up with. These are things that have worked for me in the past, and also some ideas that I found from doing a little bit of secondary research, or just research in general, I shall say. So the first one is creating a to-do list, like a daily to-do list. I feel like this really does help. Obviously, it organizes you and allows you to understand what you need to get done, so you can highlight your really important tasks and get those done earlier throughout the day. And then you can also accomplish those other mini tasks throughout the rest of the day. And it also allows you to feel like you did something and you accomplished something as well. Another thing is to structure your day. I found that this was easier for me when I was in school, just because I would wake up early in the morning, I'd have my school morning routine, I'd have my classes throughout the morning and the afternoon, and then I would come home, I'd do my homework, and then that would be it. But now it's a little different, just because I don't actually have anywhere I need to be. I don't really have any strict responsibilities or any guidelines I really have to follow, so there is a lot of flexibility with what I can do, and I tend to find that when I do have a lot of that flexibility, sometimes I struggle to manage it and I struggle to figure out what I need to do. So I feel like for me personally, I really am trying to work towards having a very solid morning routine, getting all my difficult and hard tasks done in the morning, and then leaving the afternoon for things that I want to do, like around the house, any housework I need to clean, and then leave the evenings for spending time with my family and just relaxing. The next one is to be specific. Oh my goodness, this has made a world of a difference. Obviously, this sounds it's very logical, you know. I feel like it's common sense. Like, obviously, if you're going to create a to-do list or a routine, you need to be specific. But I find myself being very guilty of this. I'll create a routine and I'll create a list, and I'll just be like, oh my goodness, it's raining. I'll create a routine or I'll create a list, and I'll just be like, oh, film Instagram reel or edit YouTube video. But I feel like when I'm more specific, where it's like, okay, so if you just put down film and Instagram reel, what type of reel is it going to be? Is it going to be a montage? Am I going to be doing a voiceover? Am I filming clips throughout my day? Am I showing people like a recipe? I feel like when I'm more specific with what I need to get done and when it needs to get done, it allows me to really focus on a goal, and it also allows me to feel more accomplished at the end of the day. The next one is to schedule time. I absolutely love time blocking. I've tried other forms of managing my time, and I find that I always find myself going back to time blocking. It has worked really well for me. I really love it just because it tells me what I need to get done and when I specifically need to get it done, and it also allows me to have a better frame of reference for how long it takes me to actually accomplish tasks. And lastly, I want to be consistent. I tend to find that I can start a routine, but I'm not really the best at continuing to keep up with it. So this routine that I'm working towards is one that I want to be consistent and keep up with for the next 4 months. So that's that.
My friend nostalgia, I found you when I heard the sweet sound of the ones who I once knew so well. In a voice memo from years ago, we were laughing about some nonsense. Oh, how I miss those friends. Circumstances made it so that I'll never see their faces, except for on the internet, where I'll never really know what's going on behind their smiles. I mean, I guess I could check in once in a while.
Hi friends, I am back. So, as you saw from the previous clips, I did some cleaning, I got ready, and now I'm going to sit down and pretty much time block and kind of plan out how I want the rest of my day to go. So some of the pieces of software that I'm going to be using is the Reminders app. This already comes installed on the MacBook, and then I'm also going to be using Google Calendars as well, pretty much to figure out what I'm going to do for the rest of today's day. On top of that, I also made an iced tea. I've been trying to drink more tea because tea just has a lot of health benefits, and I'm also trying to stay away from drinks that are really sugary, because I really like juice, and juice is just filled with a lot of sugar, and it's not good to have every single day. So I made this tea from David's Tea. It's this shortbread tea flavor. It doesn't even taste like tea. It's really good. I didn't put any sugar in it. I'm drinking it unsweetened. I like it for the most part. Getting used to drinking tea without sugar is definitely something, it's an acquired taste because I'm just so used to putting sugar in it. So slowly and day by day, hopefully I can like it more, but for the most part, I like it. It looks really beautiful in this cup. So there's also that as well. So I started off by creating a to-do list, as I said I would do. So there are a number of tasks on here, but I've completed most of them for the most part. I said I would wake up early, anywhere between 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., and I did that. I took a shower, I threw out the trash, I prayed, I cleaned in my room. I also filmed me showing you guys how I time block, which I already did before. I had some breakfast, and now there's 2 other things that I need to do. So today I said I wanted to film 2 reels. One of them I've already filmed. It was kind of like a motivational clean with me video in my room, so I need to edit that. The other one is I either want to film a post finals self-care video, or just like a self-care video in general, or I kind of want to film a mini day in my life. So I'm kind of debating between which one I should film. So there's also that. Next thing is I have to edit a reel and a picture. I did film a reel yesterday, and I also took a few Instagram pictures today in the morning in my room, so I want to edit those as well. And then I'm also going to be leaving today with my brother. We're going to hang out. Hopefully we follow through with that. If we don't, it's not the end of the world. I can find something else to do. And then next, when I get back home, I want to cook or either make the lunches for my siblings, and then take a shower, pray, watch Netflix, and then sleep. So that's pretty much the to-do list that we have right now. The first thing I want to start doing right now is I want to start editing my reel. Yesterday it was raining, and oh my goodness, I absolutely love the sound of rain. So I ended up recording a reel, and it's the sound of rain, and it was raining really heavily. It sounds so beautiful. That one won't take very long to edit at all. I'm kind of debating on whether I should put music over top of the clip or whether I shouldn't. Just because I kind of want the sound of the rain to be like the main thing that people are paying attention to. And then nextly, for pictures, I am going to show you guys how I like to edit some of my pictures. So I'll do that right now. So I'm in Adobe Lightroom right now, and in terms of editing pictures, it's not a really rigorous process. I love using Lightroom on my phone in comparison to my laptop, just because the phone version is free. And I take a lot of pictures on my phone ever since I got a new one, just because the camera on here is really good. Occasionally I'll use my actual like filming camera or like DSLR camera for pictures, but for the most part this gets the job done. So as you guys can see here, I wanted to take a cute little picture of me reading books. I'm either going to post this as its own picture, or I'm going to use that as a cover for one of my reels. So in terms of editing pictures, it's not really much that I do. I usually like to go for like the presets. As you can see, I've really been loving these summer presets. When it comes to editing, I just like to slightly enhance the colors. I don't do anything else really extra. Like I don't Photoshop. I don't really adjust anything else. It's just really the colors that I like to play around with, the contrast. So I've been going between this one filter. I like this one because it's a little more on the brighter side, and I like this one too because it also has kind of like that cooler, darker aesthetic. So I'm probably going to go for this one. And then after, I just save it to my camera roll. So that's honestly it. There's not much to it. So that's pretty much how I edit my video, or not my videos, my pictures. So there's that. I am currently in Premiere Rush. I absolutely love using this for editing any type of reels that I have. It just makes it easier just because it already converts it into the dimensions that you need, that Instagram allows, and also YouTube Shorts and TikTok. So there's also that. But in terms of like editing, one type of like video style that I've really been enjoying doing lately is stop motion TikToks. They do require a little more work just because you have to take more pictures and you just have to be mindful of the angles and to not move the camera around. But I've really been enjoying it. It's really fun. So I'm editing another one that's kind of a combination of stop motion and also just I don't want to say B-roll, but just footage of me doing things. So there's also that as well. But yeah, pretty much you can see that all of my files are imported in here. I'm going to edit, go through, and figure out what I need, what I don't like. And then after, right here, you can see that there are the screen recordings that I have. And these screen recordings are pretty much the songs that I'm planning on using in my reels. So I'm just going to separate the audio from the video, delete the actual video, and save the audio. So then after, I can like mix and match it to the video that I'm trying to edit. I think we can all agree, especially for people that do make anything in a video format, music really makes or breaks a video. And whenever it comes to me filming any types of reels, what I typically like to do is I'll go out on social media, specifically on like Instagram or TikTok, and I'll see the types of songs that other people are using, look at the songs that are really trending, and then after I'll screen record those. Whenever I am trying to come up or film with a reel, I tend to find that I get inspired through listening to songs, and when I hear a specific song, I have an idea of how I want to film it. So I'll go in, screen record 2 or 3 different songs, and then import them into my editing software, play around with them, and then see which one fits the best.
I slipped up, thoughts I can't hide.
friends, it's 8 o'clock right now, and every time I take a shower, these two pieces of hair always stick out. For the life of me, I do not know why. There's not really anything I can do about it. I put a bonnet on, but my hair is still wet. So I took a shower, and I am just going through a lot of the footage that I've collected today and I filmed, and I'm really happy. Like, honestly, I did everything that was on my checklist. I accomplished everything on my to-do list and on my schedule. And it feels really nice having a routine. It feels really nice having a checklist. It feels really nice knowing what I need to do throughout the day. It allows me to feel a sense of structure. It allows me to feel a sense of purpose. And it allows me to not feel so overwhelmed, because sometimes I tend to find that there's so many things that I need to do. And if I'm just trying to remember them and list them off in my head, obviously I'm going to forget things. But approaching things and tasks in this way has really helped, and it's made a world of a difference. Another thing I also did today was I started reading Ecclesiastes. I'm on Ecclesiastes chapter 2, and I've never read this book in the Bible, but it's very different. I have never read Ecclesiastes. I didn't know what it was about at all, and it's very different from the other books in the Bible. Definitely not the most joyful, but I like it just because it's allowing me to really look at life from a different perspective, and to really sit down and question and ask myself, why am I doing what I'm doing? Is this honoring God? Is this actually something that is useful towards my time? And is this something that is, productive, if that makes sense? So that's been really interesting. But also right now I'm currently editing, as I said before. But pretty much there's something else that I need to get done. Like, I'm pretty much done everything that I need to get done today. And it's already 8, so I'm going to be really excited to just edit a little and then relax and just either watch some Netflix or to spend time with my family. I've been meaning to watch a new episode of Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer season 2 dropped it. I'm so excited. And there's a new episode that dropped on Sunday, and I haven't watched it yet, so I would definitely love to get around to doing that. But that is pretty much everything for today. So yeah, I need to get ready now for the day, and I have all of my little products set up. This cute little setup, you guys. It looks adorable. But right now I'm gonna do my makeup, as I said before, and I'm gonna watch some Tokyo Revengers because I've been so behind. I'm pretty sure they've uploaded all the episodes for this new season. I just haven't put in the effort to actually watch the series. So there's also that. I also have another tea here. Yesterday I made, I think it was like a caramel shortbread tea from David's Tea, and today's a pomegranate tea. So I like the one from yesterday, so I hope this one is good too. Oh, this one is good. It's like really fruity and berry. So there's also that. But I like it. It's unsweetened. Let me fix that. So I am done getting ready for the day. But I didn't film everything that I did in the morning just because it was the exact same thing that you guys had seen previously. But today I really wanted to focus on mental activity and specifically providing my brain with healthy stimulation. And there's a lot of research, and there have been a ton of studies that have been conducted that show the importance of providing your brain with healthy stimulation. This can be anything from exercising, reading, doing a puzzle, and learning how to play an instrument. And one thing that I've always wanted to do but I've been putting off just because I haven't had the time to do it previously is to learn how to play the keyboard. We have a keyboard here in my house and it works perfectly fine. We have all the parts for it, but as I said before, I've just never really found the time to learn how to play it. And when I was in junior high, I did play the flute and I really did enjoy it. I did stop, which is kind of unfortunate. Looking back at it, I kind of wish I kept playing it. But hopefully in the future I can pick that up again. But today I wanted to try learning how to play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star on the keyboard, and I wanted to bring you guys along that process, so let's go. Okay, so this is the little setup we have going on here. I have our keyboard. It's by a brand called XOXO, C-A-S-I-O, and there's a bunch of songs on here that like there's a bunch of rhythms, and there's a bunch of song banks that I can choose from. And luckily Twinkle Twinkle Little Star is actually on here, so I'm going to listen to it. Again, I've never played the piano before. I don't have any prior experience playing the piano, and I definitely know that playing the piano is a very difficult instrument. I also understand that this is not a piano, this is a keyboard, so I've never played the keyboard before. And also learning how to play it is not easy because there are specific songs that are really difficult, but I'm going to listen to it first. I'm also going to have a YouTube video right here at the side just to help break things down so this is easier. So here we go. I guess we can start. So there's that. It's a little intimidating, but I feel like if I break this down, this will be easier. I can also slow down and speed up the tempo. So we're going to do that as well, because I do not know what any of the keys are. So let's get started with that. Oh, no, it's not going to work this way. So I've obviously tried doing this and it's not working, because I feel like I didn't go about this in the most logical way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to find a marker and I'm going to label all the keys. We have put labels on them and you can kind of see them, but they faded. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to do that. And then we're going to come back and then we're going to try this again. Okay, I labeled it correctly. So it's so rough. But I'm going to keep practicing this and hopefully I can perfect it so it can sound like the one that I was playing on here. Wait. I just don't know which key it is.
1.
Wait, what? Oh!
What?
Ah! I think I'm just gonna think. Wait, did I get it right?
4.
I don't know what to do. Okay. Don't you forgetting that, like, you have to move your fingers on the keyboard.
5.
I'm gonna try playing it without, like, the background audio, so let's see how this sounds. I think the biggest or the hardest thing for me is just like positioning my fingers, and I need to also understand that like just because you put your hands on a specific set of keys, it doesn't mean they're glued there. So just getting comfortable with like moving them and also moving them in the right way, because obviously like you're not supposed to play the piano with like individual fingers, like it's supposed to be spread out. So I think that's the biggest thing that I'm struggling with. I think that was correct. Takeaways from this video is I'm not trying to promote an unhealthy sense of productivity or this unrealistic standard that every single day you need to be having the most productive day of your life, or you need to be, you know, rebuilding yourself or learning all these new skills every single day. That's definitely not the case. And I'm also not saying that having slow days is bad. The main takeaway that I'm trying to emphasize here is there's more effective and efficient ways to spend your time. Don't get me wrong, social media is great. It's given people a lot of amazing opportunities, and there's so much knowledge and information that you can learn on social media. However, spending 6 hours or spending hours and hours on end mindlessly scrolling is definitely not the way to go. I'm just saying, with the time that you have, try to implement little skills or just little habits, or just try new things that can enhance your quality of life. And I tend to find that when you do when you start building healthy habits in small increments over time, you can see the larger effect that it has.